Well, good, beautiful morning, and thank you so much for joining me here at Tesla, Northwest, and EVs. What have I got for you today? Well, I put a new stabilizer on my camera mount, and I always like to benchmark each FSD version by taking the same route out to my local country store. So we're going to take FSD Beta 11.4.7 to Harold's Market, which is my standard run. And what makes this a little different than other FSD testers? Well, again, I try and bring some fun to it. So I'll have memes and gifs, and we just have a good time. So if you like to laugh and check out some of the latest and greatest automation technology, hit that subscribe and join me on the flip side for a run to Harold's Market. It's about a 10-minute drive, and it should have a lot of interesting things in it. So thanks for joining me here at Tesla Northwest and EVs. And as you can see, hopefully we've got a more pleasant and stabilized experience. I'll see you on the flip side. All right, folks, we are ready to go. We're going to head to Harold's Market. Let's see if it prompts me to let me use FSD to get out of my driveway. Oop, for a minute there. And it's usually not real successful doing this, so I'm not going to have high hopes, but we'll see. There it is. Oop. Okay, so we are engaging FSD out of our driveway. It's making a wrong turn already. We want to go to the right, and it's showing a left. Ah, I see. The left is onto Anaco Beach Road where we want to go. Okay, that's good. All right, so actually made it out of my driveway for the first time successfully. I am a bit shocked. I just had a warning that full self-driving may be degraded due to GPS, and I've seen in other posts on Twitter and Facebook that other people have experienced that. So this is just about 10 miles. Should take, 12 minutes. Excuse me, about 7 miles and 12 minutes. So a quick run. Lots of interesting opportunities here to check things out. We've got left and right hand turns, unprotected turns onto high speed state routes, corners, trees. So it should, as always, be an interesting challenge. Cool, there you got an oil tanker out there in the straight. Okay, very nicely done. Yeah, I'd love it. Hopefully you guys are appreciating these videos. I try and make them light and have fun. You know, I'm not, I never claim to be some kind of FSD super informed user. I mean, I've been using it since 2019. We got a Model 3, and we purchased full self-driving on that, and then purchased it on this. So we've had it for a long time. But I'm not nearly in the league of Dirty Tesla or Chuck Cook or some of them other testers. I'm just here to have fun. So hopefully you're watching my videos and you're having a good time. I like to have fun. We got GIFs and memes. Try and keep things fresh and bring you pretty much an unvarnished kind of look at how FSD operates. I pride myself in trying to be a tester that shows warts and all, everything bad. And uses FSD, I think, like a normal driver. Not that I'm saying the other testers don't, but literally, you're watching me how I use it even when the camera is off. Although I might turn it off a little more just for passenger comfort. Okay, still very, very nicely done. I'm barely having to pay attention. I am paying attention, but not nearly as much as I have had to in the past. Yeah, this is really well done. I've only taken this version 11.4.7 on this route a couple times, and I can tell you it's done well. So there is a interesting intersection coming up here in a little while. It's a Y, and it has always been a bit of an issue for the FSD updates. It struggles, and I can tell you it handles it almost perfectly now. So we'll get to see that in action. And then we're also going to turn onto State Route 20. We'll make a right onto SR 20. It's behaved a little weird on that. Okay, car coming, but good. No hesitation. Amos was very confident in its drive there. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, we're going to make a right onto Highway 20, and it stops early and then creeps. So that could be interesting to observe. And there's also a couple stop signs up here that the car doesn't have to obey, other traffic does, but it tricks it sometimes. So we'll see if it struggles with that as well. Oop, got a little freaked out, popped off to the right there from that Escalade. And it's turning out to be a beautiful day. We're gonna head to the Electrify Expo on Sunday, so be on the lookout for a video kind of summing that up. I'm going to focus at least most of my attention on the e-bikes, because I'm currently saving up to get the family some e-bikes. I think that'll be our next big purchase. And then hopefully ooh, what's this? Okay, we should slow down a little bit. I'm going to kick it down. No, I wish it would have slowed down for this pedestrian. It really should have. I guess I could have done that manually, but you would have thought it would have done it on its own. Had lots of room, there was no danger there, but I would have liked it to have been a little more cautious. So that's interesting. Good use of a blinker. All right, we just successfully made our right-hand turn. Unfortunately, my camera got grumpy right as we were making a turn, so I'm sorry if you missed that. Damn technology. Okay, good speed. Again, flawless. I haven't had to intervene. I haven't had to disengage. And this is from leaving my driveway. So we popped out of my driveway with no problem. And so far, this has been a beautiful drive. Now that weird intersection, it's a dogleg kind of Y, what's called Y Road actually, is coming up here. So we'll see how the car does with that. Again, we're gonna have some sun in its eyes. Another reason why I like this route, because it challenges the cameras. And yeah, coming up here up the top of this hill is going to be where we need to go to the left. And the other issue I've noticed is when it makes this left, it's going really fast and there's a stop sign in a short amount of time. So then it has to almost slam on the brakes, which would be behavior that I would hope it would get better at. Should know that based on map data. Okay, we should be going to the left. We got to make sure there's no cars coming. Nice use of a blinker, very smooth. That is probably one of the smoothest transitions of any FSD Beta update that I've seen.
Wow.
Here we are, we're going pretty fast though, and we're coming on the brakes pretty hard. Okay, goofy. Now this is a weird intersection. We got traffic coming potentially from behind us. The car's thinking, and very, very nicely done. Slow on the acceleration. I wish it would be a little bit more peppy. We'll go ahead and kick our speed up just a touch. Yeah, so as I was always saying earlier, right? If you're watching my videos, please don't be expecting a lot of in-depth FSD analysis. I'm here to show you what's going on and then to have a good time. So we're just literally popping in memes and gifs and making jokes and laughing and seeing how this technology handles the Pacific Northwest, which is where I'm stationed at here. We're in Anacortes, and right now we're going around beautiful Campbell Lake. Thinking about investing in a GoPro Hero 12, and I think that might improve some of these camera issues I've been having, but we'll see. And all of these Cybertruck spottings, oh my gosh, is it getting exciting. I don't know if you've seen it. Okay, here's these stop signs that fool it sometimes. Yep, there we go, stopping for stop sign. Doesn't need to do that. I'm gonna disengage. We stopped for a stop sign the car didn't need to stop for. We stopped for a stop sign that the car didn't need to stop for. Oop. Oh, now it won't let me, now I can engage. Okay. So there we go, we had one disengagement due to a stop sign, and you guys actually got to see me send that in, report it. How did I do that? I pressed this right scroll wheel in, talked, and then pressed it again to send. So one disengagement. And we got a Bolt there, or a Chevy Bolt, excuse me. Well, that's disappointing. We'll try this run again in a few days, and hopefully it will learn from its mistakes and not keep stopping there. So next of all, we've got a right-hand turn onto State Route 20, which will give us a little bit of high speeds, and we'll see how it behaves as it pulls up to the stop bar. And then what we'll do once we get to Harold's Market, I'll shut everything off, and we'll come back this way. I won't torture you with the whole 7-mile trip back, but we'll put the camera on so we can make the left back onto Campbell Lake Road off of State Route 20. So we'll get to see how it handles making an unprotected left-hand turn with high-speed oncoming traffic. And hopefully I can handle it. This can be a bit stressful. You know, as the versions have gotten better, I would say it's less stress, because you don't have to be constantly on your toes 100% of the time. But when you do hit a situation, it's like 100 times more stressful than just a little bit of a phantom brake, right? It does some wacky stuff, especially with the lane drift. Oh my gosh. Hopefully that's corrected with the next update, or version 12. God knows when we'll get that. Okay, here we go. Not a lot of traffic, so should be interesting to see if it waits or if it goes. We've got a car coming. It could be a marginal. Way too far back. Way too far back. Okay, and now it's apply. Okay, I'm going to give it I disengaged it by accident. I gave it too much steering wheel force. We re-engaged it. It's creeping, and it's going. Okay, that's probably not the best thing in the world. It kind of pulled right out in front of that Toyota, but it did it, and the guy was going slow enough that it didn't seem to bother him. So that was really poorly done. Stopped way too early. I had a disengagement because it was asking me to do a wheel nag while it was trying to make a turn, and that was a little sketch. Re-engaged, and it made the right, but it made the right a little bit slow and right in front of someone, which wasn't ideal. So our turn and our destination is going to be right up here in a moment. They put this gas station in, and it is just an absolute terrible place for turning, and I'll show you on our way back why. It's super dangerous. Well, so not a completely successful trip to Harold's Market, and that is unfortunate. As I said, right, a little less stressful, but you notice the 2 disengagements were for relatively important things. It can't just come to a stop in the middle of a road for a phantom stop sign, and you can't stop that far back at a stop sign and then not really give the driver indication of what's going on. My instructions went away. It almost acted like it had stopped, and then it was good. Now I'm good. I satisfied my stop, and I'm going to go. So it was a little weird. All right, here's our turn. I'm going to see if it signals me to get in the turn lane. Nope, I'm going to do it. Okay, so here we are, folks. We made it to Harold's. Not quite ready yet for end to end. We made it out of my driveway, but we weren't going to make it in a turn into the parking lot. But we'll forgive it for that. All right, so we'll check in as we make the left back onto Campbell Lake Road, and then we'll wrap this video up. Thanks, folks. All right, folks, we've got our lottery tickets. We're gonna boogie woogie out of here. We'll take you up to the left-hand turn, and then we'll call this video good. And hopefully you've gotten some good information. And it's allowing me to use FSD, so I'm gonna engage it. Let's see what happens, right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Hey, good. Oh, nope, it's thinking. There's traffic coming and it's waiting. Okay, good. Whew. Tesla. All right, good. We're good. We're safe to go. We're gonna go ahead and up our speed. It did it its own before I even hardly had to touch it. All right, okay. We made it out of the parking lot, so it seems to be able to do that better than it has in the past. And like I said, we're gonna shoot up here and make a left-hand turn. We'll see how it does with that. Overall, 90% great drive. 2 disengagements though, both of them pretty major disengagements, both having to do with stop signs. So that's a little unfortunate. As I said, this gas station up here is in the worst spot. So you can see we're going almost 60, which is typically what traffic is going to be doing through here. And you have somebody trying to make a blind left-hand turn into a gas station. Again, we can't see the person making the turn until right now. Now you can see a person making a turn. And so just really not a very safe piece of road construction in my opinion. But the car did it really nicely. Okay, here we come up here. Our left-hand turn is imminent, and my heart is beating a bit fast, but I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Like I said, it seems to be these stop signs, at least on this route, that have been giving it problems. So, still got more work to do, but I'm confident and I'm optimistic. because it does get better with every update. It just goes backwards in some places. Okay, should have had a blinker on to indicate. There we go. No one. Oh, we got a car oncoming. Good. Car came to a complete stop to wait. Now traffic is clear and we can make the turn. All right, that was good. I got a little bit, my heart leapt into my throat just a touch, but she recovered. So good job, Amos. Overall, not a terrible drive. Definitely has some improvements to go. Thank you for joining me. If you like what you're seeing, please interact, like, comment, or subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side at Tesla Northwest and EVs.